if you look at his opponents versus Makhachev's opponents, Makhachev has beaten the who's who. He is where he is, and he was pound for pound for very long. Pound for pound king for a very good reason. People think Jack Della is going to be bigger. I don't think so. I've now lately seen, and that's why they did such a long camp, to pick up that weight correctly. And he looks big, and he looks thick, and he looks strong. I mean, no doubt, he's a hard worker. But this one, I think, you know, with Jack Della, I love his style, I love him, I like his personality. I would love for him to win that belt, but unfortunately, I cannot go against Makhachev in this one. I think he is just so good. I think he's so good, and I don't think he's going to give up anything going up a weight. I think he's going to be great at that weight, to be honest.
Make history.
Absolutely.
UFC 322 is just days away, and everyone's buzzing about this Islam versus JDM clash. The fighters are ready, and so are the MMA pros, who've weighed in with their final predictions. Former middleweight champ Dricus du Plessis, for example, is really rooting for Jack Della Maddalena. But honestly, he finds it super tough to bet against Islam Makhachev. He points out the caliber of guys Islam has beaten, saying those wins over elite fighters prove his pound-for-pound status. Du Plessis even noted Islam's size, strength, and how carefully he prepped for the weight jump, which makes him incredibly hard to beat, even though Dricus wishes Jack could pull it off.
I would think Islam by decision, but if Jack does win, you know, I'm not going to be totally blown away if he lands a shot that hurts Islam or a knee or something. Obviously, if he beats Islam by decision or submits Islam, then I'm going to be blown away. But I got to go with Islam by decision. That's if I was betting on it, that's what I would bet on.
Dustin Poirier also shared his thoughts on this matchup, and he's expecting Islam Makhachev to get a decision victory over Jack Della Maddalena. Poirier admits that Jack definitely has the power and timing to catch Islam with a huge shot, but he thinks a decision or submission win for Jack would honestly be a major shocker.
Islam isn't a small guy. He is big. You know, I'm not sure how big Jack is. I've never seen him in person, but I don't think Islam's going to be undersized when they face off. You know, I don't think it's going to be about the size. To me, it's going to come down to the execution. If Islam can secure the takedowns, Jack's takedown defense, his get-ups, I think that's going to be the story of the fight. I don't think size is going to be the story of this fight.
And Dustin Poirier thinks the outcome between Islam Makhachev and JDM really comes down to execution, not just size. He feels like Islam already carries a good size for his division anyway. So Dustin believes the real difference will be whoever manages those takedowns and defends them more effectively.
What does Islam mean to you?
Brother, not only in US, nobody have this kind of connections. And when people think about our connections, they don't understand one thing: we are not sparring partners. You know, a lot of people think we are sparring partners. We just met in gym, go home, you know. It's like happened in AK, like when we was training. So many guys we know like 5, 6, 7 years, but we meet them only in gym. But our relationship is much different and completely different. We have brotherhood. We know each other 25 years. We was growing each other. We was going to school together. We have same coach, and we have so many history behind. And people don't understand. Like, I am happy with my guys, my brothers, when they win more than when I win. Like, same thing for me.
Meanwhile, Khabib Nurmagomedov shared the super deep connection he has with Islam Makhachev, calling it way more than just a training partnership. He explained that they've known each other for 25 years. They went to school together, and they even had the same coach. It's a true brotherhood. Khabib said he feels more joy watching his close friends succeed than he does in his own achievements. And he's hoping they claim every single title, not just one.
Do you have a feeling about how this one will go?
No, I think this is one of those where I'm kind of 50-50, but if someone can really neutralize and really exploit some of the weaknesses that JDM has shown in the past, I think it's someone like Islam. Islam is very talented with his striking. Islam's got great grappling. And JDM is just, he's growing each and every time, each and every day. So this one is really one of those fights that I consider a toss-up.
On the other hand, Kamaru Usman sees this fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena as pretty evenly balanced. Usman thinks Islam has exactly the right skill set to expose areas where Jack has struggled before. He specifically pointed to Makhachev's sharp striking and his really strong grappling as huge advantages in this one.
A lot of people are saying that, it's about if Islam can get
Kamaru Usman also completely rejects the idea that Islam Makhachev's only way to win is through takedowns. Usman highlighted just how dangerous Islam has become on his feet, referencing that clean right hand against Charles Oliveira and his striking success against Volkanovski as proof of his versatility.
It's in JDM's court, right? I just got to get your opinion.
I don't think so.
Do you think people are missing something here?
Yeah, I don't think so. You can't say that because Islam is very, very great at striking as well. Islam's very talented as well. You saw the setup with Volkanovski, goes to the body, kick, then takes it to the head and puts him away. So you can't say that. Islam loves to strike, and he's damn good at it. You saw him with the right hook or a left hook. He put Charles Oliveira down, jumped onto the arm triangle, and finished him. So yeah, we can't say that. I think both guys are extremely talented. Obviously, Islam does have the advantage with the grappling, so we'll see how it plays out.
So, if Jack Della Maddalena doesn't go down and the fight stays standing, what then?
You could argue it's a striker versus a grappler, or more importantly, a wrestler versus a boxer. That's essentially, if you break it down to its bare minimum, that's kind of what we have here. Jack Della Maddalena's got some of the cleanest, purest boxing in the UFC. We've seen that throughout his entire UFC run, most notably against Belal Muhammad. He was able to use the footwork, the combinations were fantastic, and then you add in the takedown defense, it was a really tough night for Belal Muhammad. On the flip side, we've got Islam Makhachev. Yes, of course, the striking is always improving because he's just that guy. We're always working, we're always improving. Whatever our weaknesses are, we're trying to bring them up to our other skill level. So the striking is improving, and he certainly had moments when he went out against Dustin Poirier, one of the best strikers that we had in the lightweight division. But at his core, at his heart, he wants nothing more than to get hold of you, take you down, and choke you out. So it is kind of a striker versus a grappler, a boxer versus a wrestler. All in all, though, it is a tremendous matchup.
Meanwhile, Michael Bisping described this fight between Islam Makhachev and JDM as a classic textbook striker versus grappler match. Bisping praised Jack's crisp boxing, his smooth combinations, and that strong takedown defense he showed against Belal Muhammad. He noted that while Islam's striking has really developed, his core advantage is still absolutely in his wrestling and his submissions. Bisping sees the bout as a tactical clash, Jack's precision striking up against Islam's relentless ground game. It's setting up to be a super intriguing and competitive fight.
Jack Della versus Islam is obviously an interesting one. It's annoying for me because it holds up the division that I'm in, but it's still an exciting fight. I actually feel like Jack Della is very underrated, even though he's a champion now, and the people that he fought to kind of get here. He's very underrated, underestimated always. He's a person that is hard to keep on the floor because he's the scramble king. Even if Islam is able to take him down, I don't think he's going to stay down at all. The only way I think Jack can get caught is if he tries to get up incorrectly and gets caught in one of his famous chokes that he has. But other than that, I feel Jack's the better striker as well, and he's just better at nullifying people with submissions or takedowns.
Corey Sandhagen also shared his thoughts on this fight. He's really questioning how Jack's wrestling is going to hold up against Islam, saying it could potentially be the toughest test of Islam's career, especially with the weight jump. Sandhagen totally admires Islam's skill and dominance, and he's expecting a hard-fought, super competitive bout. What's more, Michael Venom Page also finds this matchup intriguing, even if it delays progress in his own division. He views Jack as one of the most overlooked fighters despite all his accomplishments, describing him as really difficult to control on the ground. Because of his constant movement, MVP thinks Jack's main risk is making a mistake while he's standing up and getting caught in one of Islam's signature submissions. But overall, he sees Jack as the superior striker with strong defensive skills against grappling.
And obviously, main event of your card, Islam, JDM for your division's title. Who takes it?
I was leaning Islam at first, but I do think JDM's going to get it done. I think he creates enough scrambles. He's going to get taken down, but I think he's going to be able to get back to his feet and potentially knock out Islam. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to watching.
Since you think JDM wins, do you think if you beat Michael, you are next for JDM in the title?
When I do beat Michael, if I get the title shot next, I'm cool with it. If I have to fight again, I'm cool with that too. After beating Leon Edwards in the O2 Arena, I didn't get a title shot, so I'm not sure what's going to get it for me, but I'm just going to keep winning fights, and eventually they're going to have to give it to me. Thank you guys for the support. Sean Brady MMA, let's go.
Sean Brady initially leaned towards Islam Makhachev, but now he believes Jack Della Maddalena will actually score a knockout. Brady expects Jack to get taken down, sure, but he thinks Jack's ability to scramble and stand back up could create exactly the openings he needs to finish the fight. Brady's really looking forward to watching this one, and he also mentioned that if he beats Michael Page, he's open to either getting a title shot or fighting once more before earning it. He's confident that continuing to get wins will eventually secure him the opportunity he's after.
I've seen Islam, bro. He's a big guy. He's sucking out a lot of weight to get to 55. I think he might start doing better at 70. Problem is, though, Jack is special. I've said this already. Jack is special. We're gonna see just how special he is if he beats Islam Jack, #1 pound for. Wow, that's impressive. You know, I don't know. It's a good fight, man. I think I'm leaning towards Islam, brother.
Oh, really?
You know, but I really think it's gonna be a tough fight for him, but a great fight, man.
On the other hand, Jorge Masvidal believes Jack Della Maddalena would instantly become pound for pound #1 if he beats Islam Makhachev. Masvidal pointed out that Islam cuts a lot of weight to make 155, and he thinks Islam could even perform better at welterweight. Masvidal views Jack as a unique talent, and he expects Islam to face some serious difficulty in this matchup, even though he does slightly favor the champion.
Jack Della fight, they've kind of gone out of their way to chase that fight down. So they obviously see something. I feel like it'll be close, but yeah, that's a big step up. Jack Della's a pretty big boy.
Yes. Do you think Islam can get past him?
He's obviously got I feel like he's got a chance, but I feel like that fight leans towards Jack Della.
Dan Hooker also believes this fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena is really intriguing from a stylistic perspective. He noted that the fight was actively pursued, which suggests both camps see potential here. While he thinks Islam definitely has a chance, Hooker feels this bout slightly favors Jack, especially considering his size and his overall presence in the fight.
It's so hard because you never know when people are changing weight classes. But in lightweight, you know, Islam looks like unbeatable. It's just like maybe the pound for pound best. It's just so insanely good. But can he do it in a weight class above? I'm not sure. Really, really hard to predict a fight like that. I think I still have to say Islam.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Yeah, we need to see a few more fights with Jack. He looked amazing against Bilal, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's something about Islam. It's just so good.
Randy Brown sees Jack Della Maddalena as a serious contender against Islam Makhachev at UFC 3. He's pointing to Jack's striking power, his constant movement, and his ability to scramble as key factors. Brown believes that if Islam struggles to keep him controlled on the ground and Jack gets back to his feet, Jack could absolutely walk away with the win. Meanwhile, Jared Gordon finds predicting this fight between Islam Makhachev and JDM pretty challenging. He acknowledged Islam's dominance at lightweight and even considers him potentially the best pound-for-pound fighter. But he's wondering how Islam will perform in a higher weight class. Gordon still feels that Islam holds the edge, though he wants to see a few more performances from Jack, who really impressed him in his fight against Viale, before making a full assessment.
I want to say Islam, and the reason why I say Islam is because I feel like Bilal, he went out there when he fought Jack, and he went out there trying to prove the fans that he can strike, which I think that kind of hurt him. I feel like if Bilal went out there and did what he did to what's his name, Leon Edwards, I think he probably would have had a better chance of getting the win, but it seemed like he just wanted to show people that he had with Canelo hands, which sometimes you don't need to prove anybody anything. You're the champion. You don't have to prove anything to somebody who's trying to take your spot. You just got to go out there and fight your game. If they stop it, then we move on to something different. But I think Islam is that type of guy where he's not going to be scared to take you down or shoot repetitively, almost in that Khabib-esque type of feel. But I guess we'll see. You know what they say, styles make fights.
Elijah Smith leans toward Islam Makhachev in this matchup. His reasoning is that Jack Della Maddalena's previous opponents sometimes fought to impress the fans rather than sticking to their actual game plan. Smith believes Islam's focus is just on executing a strategy without overthinking things, willing to take opponents down repeatedly in a style that's really reminiscent of Khabib. Smith did note, however, that the fight could still be unpredictable because the styles play such a huge role in how things unfold.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of JDM. I haven't seen enough of his fights. I've seen his last two, but I haven't seen enough. I'm still going to lean towards Islam just because I've seen him handle all issues, and he's had high levels of success in the past.
Mackenzie Dern is super confident that Islam Makhachev will win against Jack Della Maddalena. She's highlighting Islam's superior grappling and his ability to completely control the fight on the ground. She does recognize that Jack might benefit from the size difference, moving up a weight class. But despite that, she absolutely sees Islam prevailing in this matchup. Curtis Blades admitted he hasn't watched enough of Jack Della Maddalena's fights to make a full assessment, but he still leans toward Islam Makhachev. He cited Islam's consistent success at a high level and his ability to handle tough opponents.
Do you have a good feeling on who you think might win this one?
Yeah, I mean, this is my unbiased opinion. I'm not just saying this because I'm in Australia, but I feel like JDM has a really good chance going into this fight. I mean, he's definitely proven himself being able to shut down the wrestling in his fight against Bilal Muhammad here most recently. And I think he's going to go out there and really shock a lot of people. I mean, I think a lot of people aren't giving him credit. You're accustomed to seeing guys like Islam win, and you're accustomed to associating his success with Khabib's success. But at the end of the day, those guys are two completely different fighters, and I think JDM definitely has the tools to go out there and shock a lot of people and beat Islam.
Neil Magny sees Jack Della Maddalena as a serious threat in his fight against Islam Makhachev. He points out Jack's talent for handling wrestlers, citing his bout with Bilal Muhammad as a great example. Magny stresses that Islam's achievements don't necessarily reflect Jack's style, which makes this matchup really unpredictable. He believes Jack has all the tools and the right approach to potentially catch fans off guard and possibly secure a victory.
That's an interesting one because I like Jack's boxing, dude, and the way he look against Bilal in that takedown defense. And he's a big dude. I just want to see. I want to see how Islam's gonna do against him. But Islam is like, Dagestani and wrestling, man, is going to be different. So I can't really choose that one, but I think it's gonna be a good one.
Eric Nixick also finds this matchup super intriguing. He's really impressed by Jack Della Maddalena's boxing, his takedown defense, and his overall size. Nixick's curious to see how Islam Makhachev will handle a fighter like Jack, noting that Islam's unique wrestling style makes the fight one of a kind. Nixick isn't picking a clear winner, but he's expecting it to be an incredibly exciting contest. All right, and that wraps up today's breakdown. How do you think this fight will go down? Share your predictions in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more great content.